What's up, guys? I did some picoCTF challenges. I know these are some of the easier ones, but I promise I'll get better in the future. But if you're interested in the solution for some of them, I have like 3 or 4 today. I did the shop challenge, and so what I just did is just like a netcat link, and so I just put that in my terminal. It's like, oh, welcome to the market. And so like I tried it out normally. And so now I have like 0 coins. And then obviously like when you're buying stuff, it doesn't work anymore. But one thing that I did was that So one thing that I did was that I just put in like a negative number. So I put in like 0 and then negative 20, and then that gave me 240. And then then I just bought the flag and 1 flag. And so then we get this like number string over here. I think this is like decimal. So let me just pull up CyberChef. And then I just plug it in after it loads. And we get our flag. I did the transformation challenge, and so this one was kind of weird. There's this toll.join thing. I wasn't really sure what to do with that, and it said you may be able to find some decoders online. So I went with that idea. So after I wgetted the file, it's in here, the enc. So cat enc, and it's some like characters. So I opened up the file, and I just copied it, and then I headed over to CyberChef. After heading over to CyberChef, I just inputted in the characters, and I did text encoding brute force, because this is like an encoding, right? I initially tried to do like strings on the file, but that didn't work out. So it's cool. And then if you scroll over here, we can see, oh, what type of UTF encoding this is. And we have our flag over here, 16 bits. That's the flag name. And then we just plug it in. That's all good. So CyberChef is a pretty cool tool. I like it a lot. Okay, so this was how I solved the keygenme-py challenge. First, I downloaded it with wget, which gave me a Python file. This file has a lot of space stuff and like coordinates, which was really confusing because I don't know space stuff. But one thing I did notice was the key full template trial variable, which was made up of a lot of smaller pieces and kind of looked like the flag. One of the smaller pieces' name was key part dynamic one trial, which is made up of a lot of x's. So I kind of guessed that this was what we were looking for. Then I checked out the check key function. From what it looked like it was iterating over the key and checking it against the usename trial variable using hashlib. The usename trial variable string's name was Pritchard. The hashlib.256 thing was a little bit confusing to me, so I opened up Firefox and googled hashlib.256 documentation. And I found out that the hashlib function just generates whatever you give it, which is kind of obvious from the name, but I was being not very smart, so yeah. Anyways, I learned that the thing at the end with the number, for example bracket 4, specifies what character in the string to reference for the hashing function. And so in total, the check key function just checks to see if the hash lines up with what you put in. Then I opened up a test Python file and imported hashlib, put in the usename child variable and the hashlib line. As you can see, Python was angry with me, saying that the objects had to be encoded. Then I remembered from the documentation saying that there had to be a b in front of the string to represent like bytes or something. So I fixed it and now an answer came out. I opened up Arcane Calculator and tested it, and it worked, so that was cool. So I did the Scavenger Hunt challenge. And so that one was just kind of a little bit normal, but there was a twist. So you just look into the HTML and you look along the comments, and there's a comment that says picoCTF. I tried to copy it, but I couldn't, so I ended up just giving up and typing it out on like gedit. That's kind of awkward. One day I'll learn how to use Vim, but for now I'll use gedit because I know how to use that. Next, you're going to look for the CSS file, and you just look there, and there's a comment and it says, oh, that's 410 or something, and then I just added that in. And then the website also mentions that there's like a JavaScript thing, so I go and I go to the JavaScript file, and it says, how can I keep Google from indexing my website? A lot of CTF challenges have this. It's just like a robust.txt file. Stop Google like web crawlers from going onto your website. And so that's another part of the flag. And then it also thinks that it's an Apache server. So with this, you can just search up like default Apache files, and I'm sure you'll find like a website somewhere that mentions something like .htaccess. So what you do is you just go to the link they gave you earlier and just put .htaccess, and then you'll get the next part of the flag. And I need to remove the files at the end part. Okay, cool. And then there's another part about using a Mac, and so there's actually like a store file. I realized later on, but the S in store and the access from the previous part of the challenge both are capitalized, and so I think they wanted you to realize, oh, this is not a mistake. We actually capitalize these letters on purpose. So go search up, Apache access files or Mac store files, because it's capitalized S, and then you're supposed to find it out. And then so after finding out Mac store files, I learned that the name was DS store. So then I put in .ds store, and I found the last part of the flag. And then I put the flag all together, and then I went over to the scoring thingy, and it looks like it worked out. That's all I have for today. If you liked the video, you should definitely like the video. If you disliked it, you probably should dislike it. But also subscribing would be pretty cool. Maybe I might be able to post content in the future. Thank you for watching.